everyone, this is Megan. Welcome back to my channel, and today is a new weekly update or weekly vlog as I call them. And today is Tuesday, so I just want to update you on where I'm at with my NEWTS and move on from there and give you some goals for the week. So I finished A Court of Thorns and Roses, which was my Care of Magical Creatures acceptable NEWT, and I was going to move forward and finish the Vanishing Stair as my excellent NEWT or my E, and then I realized that this doesn't actually fit the prompt, and I'm very silly because this was supposed to be my other prompt that was a book between 360 and 390 pages, and I put it on the under 300 pages prompt. So this is not actually my E for Care of Magical Creatures. I'll probably just pick up a manga or something and finish that real quick and then just get that prompt out of the way and use this for the prompt it's supposed to be for. That is the update on that. I'm on page 215, so yeah. And then over the month I will be working on these three books: The Hobbit, The Near Witch, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. These are not technically part of the NEWTS prompts, but this is just like my reread of Harry Potter going through the months, but these were prompts from last month and I just really want to finish them this month. So my goals for the week are to read Ouran High School Host Club Volume 4, and this will cover my E for Care of Magical Creatures because it is a book under 300 pages. It is in fact about 188, so that works perfectly. And then I would also like to start in on my O for Care of Magical Creatures, which is a book with a bird on the cover, and I've chosen the Stormcrow for this, so I'd like to get started on this. And then also my prompt for Charms, which is A, which is a cover that is gorgeous, and I'm reading Sorcery of Thorns, and I'm reading this along with Amber from Reading Infinitely, and I'm really excited to start this book, so this will definitely be started probably tomorrow, but it is on the goals for this week. And then lastly, I will probably be receiving my Howl's Moving Castle audiobook sometime this week, so I'll be picking that up during work. So these are the goals this week. I think it's a pretty substantial list here, and luckily I only have to read a little bit of each right now, but I think I can accomplish this. Here's hoping. We'll see how it actually plays out, because this weekend, of course, is going to be busy again. I'm going to the National Car Show in our town, and then I am the bridesmaid in my friend's wedding, so that has kind of taken up the whole weekend, which is fine. I'm super excited for her, but it does diminish how much time I will be spending reading. But that's okay, because it's a wedding and it's super exciting, and I can't wait to see her that day. She's going to be beautiful, and super excited for her. But yeah, that was the goals for today. I will check in with you tomorrow. Woo! Don't know what that was. I'll check in with you tomorrow. I just spent a good like 10 minutes updating you on books, only to realize I never hit record. Yeah. So hi guys. It is now Thursday. I didn't update on Wednesday, but I still wanted to update today. I feel like I'm just gonna repeat myself all over again. Oh goodness. I finished Ouran, already off to a great start. I finished Ouran High School Host Club Volume 4. I enjoyed this one a little bit more than I've been enjoying the rest of the series, just because there was this Alice in Wonderland parallel short story, and it was super cute, so I might give it like a 3.5 instead of a 3 stars, but it is still short stories. There was also another story in here I liked, so I might give it a 4 star. We'll see. But yeah, it's still not Dengeki Daisy level for me, but it was still more enjoyable than the rest of the series so far, so I'm interested to see if it's actually gonna like pick up from here. Also, this is my E for Care of Magical Creatures, which was to read a book under 300 pages. This was 188, I believe, so I finished that prompt. And now all I have to do to complete my Magical Creatures prompts is to read The Stormcrow for my O. I also finished my audiobook of The Vanishing Stair, and I absolutely gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It makes me want to go back and read Truly Devious, because Truly Devious, when I first read it, it wasn't really my favorite book, but this sequel made me love Truly Devious, because, I don't know, it was a really good sequel, and I enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, I might consider like getting into the series more, maybe rereading Truly Devious and seeing how I feel about it now. Also, this is not a like mandatory prompt for me, but this would be an E in herbology if I chose to go past my mandatory out. Next, I have been continuing my read of The Hobbit, and what's interesting about my read of this is that I'm reading the physical book and the audiobook, but I'm reading them completely separately because it's really hard to keep into it's really hard to read them alongside each other just because the audiobook skips over so much of the text. But I've never gotten into this story before, so I really wanted to read the original text, but I'm also enjoying the audiobook, so I'm reading both at separate times. So does that count as 2 books? I'll let you guys decide. And next, I have been continuing my Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows audiobook as well, and I'm on page 171 right now. I'm really enjoying it, as I do with all of my Harry Potter rereads, and yeah, that's really all I have to say about it because it's Harry Potter. So yeah, I just really love that you can tell her writing matures so much from Sorcerer's Stone all the way up to Deathly Hallows, and it's just so fun to go back and catch on details that you might not have caught the first reread or the first time or even the second time or third time or fourth time. But it's just so fun to get back into this world, and of course as soon as this is over and I finish the other like companion novels, I will be going right back to Sorcerer's Stone because Harry Potter is life. And lastly, I picked up Sorcery of Thorns last night, and let me tell you, this book is everything. Like, I don't know if you can see, but my nose is getting red. I'm getting a little emotional. This book is so good. I already can tell it's going to be one of my top 3 of the year, and I'm only 50 pages in. So, everyone please go read Sorcery of Thorns, and yes, so good. Oh my gosh, the writing is impeccable. It's my exact favorite writing style, and I just love it. Oh my good golly gosh. Yes. So that's really all I had to update on today. I'm going to continue reading The Hobbit and Sorcery of Thorns tonight, and maybe pick up a little bit of Stormcrow, we'll see. But I will try to update you tomorrow. I'm going to a car show with my father tomorrow, and then in the weekend I'm part of that wedding, as I mentioned, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have to update or read this weekend, but I will do as much as I can. I also finally got my fairy loot box. It was late after being late, so I don't know what happened. Like half the boxes for fairy loot somehow got misplaced in like shipping, so they had to ship out new ones, and then mine from that late shipping was late to ship, if that makes sense. So it was like late twice, but it's finally here. I know what the book is. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm so excited because I've been dying for this book. I've been dying for this box, and I'm just so happy it's here. So I'm gonna go film my unboxing and hopefully get that posted soon, but yay! Hi friends, it is now Monday, and it is time for my weekly update / wrap up. So just to kind of wrap up the week, I finished Ouran High School Host Club Volume 4, and I gave this 3.5 stars just because there was a short story in here that had an Alice in Wonderland parallel, and I really liked that. So it made it a little bit better than normal, but it's still just not my favorite manga, so there's that. I also finished The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It definitely makes me want to go back and reread Truly Devious and just reevaluate how I feel about that, just because I loved this one so much more than I loved Truly Devious, so maybe I just didn't read Truly Devious in the right way. I don't know. I just really enjoyed it, so that was exciting. And then I also finished The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and this is the prequel or the first book in the Lord of the Rings series, and it tells the story of Bilbo Baggins, who is a hobbit, and he's normally just like a docile hobbit, doesn't like to go out a lot, just wants to stay at home and eat and sip tea and sit by the fire, and Gandalf comes by and just brings him along on this adventure, and he is taken on this adventure, and it's quite the adventure. I gave this 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm super excited to get into this Lord of the Rings series because it is so fun. The world building is awesome, and I'm actually reading the audiobook right now. It's like the BBC radio show or something like that of The Hobbit. So let me know if down below you think I should count that as 2 books or 1 book, just because it's the same book, but I read the physical already, and now I'm reading the audiobook, and it's 2 completely separate times, but it's like within the same week, so I don't know whether I should count that as 1 or 2 books. And then the progress I've made in my books so far for the rest of them. I made a progress of a whopping 7 pages in my Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows audiobook. I'm now on page 178. And then, guys, I'm on page 230, which is the start of chapter 21. And this book is everything. Oh my gosh, definitely, like, it's competing Six of Crows level. I love it so much. Like, yeah. The first 5 or 6 chapters, I was completely enthralled, loved it so much, just absolutely absorbed in this world. Then chapters like 6 through 12 or 6 through 14 were a little bit slower. They were still good, but they were a little bit slower. I had a couple issues. I can see like issues other people would have. I was still enjoying it. And then like 14 to 21 or wherever it starts picking up again, it picks up like crazy, and I'm so excited, and I need to read more as soon as possible. I am reading this with my friend Amber from Reading Infinitely, and I will tag her channel down in the about section below. Definitely check her out. We clicked immediately, and we're like the same person, so if you like my stuff, you'll like her stuff. So yeah, definitely check her out. But yeah, we are reading this together. I hope she likes it as much as I do. We haven't had much of a chance to discuss it yet because we're both really busy, but I'm super excited and can't wait to hear her thoughts on this because I am in love. Then, because we're reading certain amounts of chapters a day and I was still up and awake and wanted to read more, I picked up The Stormcrow by Kalyn Josephson, and this is my O for my Care of Magical Creatures NEWTS, and it is really good so far. Yeah, I'm very articulative here, but I'm on the start of chapter 2, which is page 27, so I'm not very far in, but I did read the prologue and then a chapter. Pretty good so far. It tells a story of Anthea and her sister, who are princesses to this kingdom, and one day their kingdom is attacked and all the crows and her family are just burnt to a crisp and like murdered, and she is forced to be engaged to the son of the neighboring kingdom that attacked them. So she's forced to take action and just choose to not marry him because his kingdom's a jerk. I'm hoping that there's like an enemies to lovers romance in here. Also, there's like a slight reference to an FF relationship, and I don't know if that's going to be elaborated on, but I'd like to see that, so yeah. And lastly, I really enjoyed reading manga when I'm in the bath because it's just quick and easy, and I don't feel like I'm pressured to read as much. So I picked up Dengeki Daisy Volume 4 when I took a bath last night, and I read to page 77, and I think I'm going to redact what I've said so far about Dengeki Daisy. I still enjoy it more than Ouran High School Host Club, but there's just issues with it that are kind of grinding my gears. So I think I'm going to redact what I've said about it being like 5 stars, like the whole series, but I'm still enjoying it, so maybe more like a 4 star. I don't know how to feel about it because it just like hit me last night and I was just like, but yeah, that's Dengeki Daisy. So that's what I've read this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know how your week went down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will check in with you in my next video. Bye!